Hello, I'm back to talk about my entire Damon Braces journey, which was just about 2 years, a little bit more if you include all the consultations I got. So I'm going to start off with my consultations and then choosing the right orthodontist, and then actually the whole braces process. I'll include all the clips of all my updates throughout the whole 2 years, and then I'll give, I guess, my useful products and tips, of dealing with braces, and then it'll explain the whole getting them removed, wearing my retainer, cleaning my retainer, etc. So here we go. So here are some pictures of what my teeth look like before I got my braces. As you can see, I had a very narrow palate. I had crowding in the front. I had an open bite. I had an open bite in the front and a cross bite in the back. And I still had a baby tooth, which was pushed in because my back teeth and I think my wisdom teeth kind of pushing it out of the way, and it was weaker, so it was easiest to move. Yeah, so that was pretty much my issue. Some recommendations I have about consultations is definitely get multiple. I had 5 different consultations. One just recommended Invisalign. 2 just recommended traditional metal braces, and then the other 2 said I could do either or. The prices range drastically from around $2,000 to over $5,000, and I chose one in the middle. Some do x-rays, some just look at your teeth. I would definitely recommend checking online reviews, check some standalone orthodontists. There are some dentist/orthodontist places. I went to just a standalone orthodontist. There was varying treatment lengths, basically between 18 and 24 months, which I think is normal, and they're free. That's why I recommend getting multiple. I wasn't charged for any of the ones I got. In late May, I got my braces on. The whole process of getting them on wasn't too bad. I went in, the assistant took pictures of a bunch of different angles of my teeth. Then she dried the surface of my teeth, put the adhesive on, placed the brackets, and then the orthodontist came in and adjusted the brackets so they were all in the right place. And then the assistant dried the adhesive and then put the wires in. And I felt the pressure immediately. It took some Tylenol before the appointment, but I'm not sure that helped very much. When I got home, my mouth was pretty sore. My parents bought me rice porridge from a Chinese restaurant so I could try to eat, and it was painful just to even chew on the rice. That happened to also be the day that I flew to Boston on vacation with my brother, which was a terrible idea. I had a red-eye flight that night, so I was trying to floss at the airport, and it was the most painful experience ever. It took me like 15 minutes to floss my teeth. I had a smoothie for dinner. It was still painful. Every time I accidentally hit my teeth with a straw, it was the worst. But yeah, that was probably the most uncomfortable vacation I was ever on because my mouth was sore the whole time. I was only in Boston for, I think, 4 days. And it was the most painful part of my braces experience was the first 4 days. My mouth felt really weird the first 3 days. Like, my mouth didn't completely adjust to the braces until the 4th day. I didn't get any canker sores, surprisingly, so I didn't have to use any of the wax, but it was just very sore all over. Very painful. You never really realize how bad your teeth are until you get the braces on. Here's what it looks like with the actual brackets on my first day, and I was just like, whoa, that's so bad. I've had braces for about almost 2 weeks now, and today I started feeling like a bunch of pressure on my mouth, so hopefully that means like my teeth are moving, because I haven't seen any movement just yet. My lips are super dry because I feel like I'm breathing through my mouth more with braces. I don't know. Hopefully I see some changes soon. So I got my first braces adjustment today. It's been 6 weeks with braces. They gave me a new wire. Apparently my teeth have moved enough to be ready for a new wire. And then what they also did, they had this little clear plastic ball I don't know if you can see it. In the middle. I think she says it's so the wire doesn't move too much. But I'm ready to see more progress. This tooth has moved quite a bit. It used to be further in of the crossbite. Now it's touching the bottom tooth. My bottom teeth has gotten straighter because they're used to be super crowded. And yeah, these two teeth that have come out, they used to be like way more behind my two front teeth. I have noticed that this tooth has come down. It used to be lined up, but now this one's like lower. But they said they're still trying to expand my palate before they do anything else. Yeah. 6-week update with braces. My mouth is pretty sore, especially after flossing. I can feel the pressure. That means it's working. So we got a new wire today, a braces update. It's been a little over 4 months. And I got another new wire at the top. The last two adjustments, they have not changed my bottom wire, but they have changed the top one every 6 weeks. And they're just trying to expand my back teeth. So it's working slowly, but it's working. So this is what my teeth look like right now. Still have an open bite. Not really much crowding anymore. They said next time that they would probably move some of the brackets and get a new x-ray to see how my teeth have moved and what's going on in the gums, I guess. So yeah, I assumed they would move these two brackets because they're pretty much at the edge of the teeth because of all the crowding it was before. But I don't know what other ones they would move. But yeah, liking the progress so far. I just got my wires taken out because I have my first cleaning with braces today. Feels a little weird without the wires, but also liberating. About to get this cleaning. Just finished my cleaning, but there were no problems with my teeth. They also gave me like a fluoride treatment. And gonna head back to my orthodontist to get my wires put back in. So I had another orthodontist appointment today. As you can see, I got rubber bands, triangles. They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hooks so the rubber bands will stay. I think they just attached them to the brackets. They also moved my 2 middle brackets because they were on the edges of the teeth and they were still crooked, so they moved those, so they'll move. So the bottom teeth will be even straighter. They didn't change the wires or anything, so they just put the rubber bands and moved these 2 middle brackets. And hopefully my open bite will close quickly. They said to wear the rubber bands pretty much 24/7 except for when I'm eating or brushing my teeth. And whenever I take them off, I just put a new one in. They gave me 2 little packets. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. Hello, I'm back again for another braces update. I just came back from my orthodontist appointment, and today all they did was change my lower wire because there's been pretty good progress since they moved the middle 2 brackets last time. They said just to continue to wear the rubber bands in this position. They gave me 2 more packets of these kangaroo ones. And he said the right side is doing better than my left side. You can see there's still a gap here on my left side. And I think it might be because I sleep on my left side, so maybe it's not in the right position when I'm asleep. So maybe I'll try sleeping on my right side and see if that'll even things out. But yeah, here are my teeth. Pretty nice and closed on this side. Still open on this side. Got a new wire. Still looks pretty thin compared to my upper wire. But yeah, pretty good progress. Another 6 weeks until my next appointment. Hello, I'm back for another braces update. I just got back from my orthodontist appointment. He said I'm making really good progress. My right side is pretty much done. So he says I only have to wear these kangaroo triangles, the same shape I had them in before at night. But for the left side, there's still some gaps you could see. So they said they're going to try to change my bite on my left side. So they changed the shape of the rubber bands. So I'm going from the back of the bottom to this top hook right here. And hopefully that'll do something. And he said maybe it's because the baby tooth I have here, it's not moving quite as fast as the right side. And for this left side, I have these new bare ones. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two. But yeah, these on the left side I have to wear 24/7. On the right side I only have to wear at night. So hopefully I remember that and remember the difference between these two. But yeah, my next appointment is in 7 weeks instead of 6 weeks because I'll be on vacation when they originally wanted to set my appointment. So I have 1 week later. Hopefully there's some progress on this left side next time I go in. I'm not sure if they changed the wires on my bottom teeth because they did take both wires out just to see what the size was. I don't remember if she said she changed the bottom one or not, but she said eventually they're going to give me a square wire on my bottom teeth. The top one is already a square wire. So yeah, there is my braces progress for this month. Bye. Hello, I'm back again for another braces update. I had my orthodontist appointment yesterday morning and it was really quick. I just went in there, sat in the chair, the orthodontist came out, asked how everything was going, and I told him I didn't really see much progress. You can still see these teeth are still not properly lined up. So all he did was give me a stronger rubber band. I had this bare one that he gave me 6 weeks ago, and apparently they're 2 weeks, so he got me this Impala. I didn't even know that was an actual animal. Impala one, which is just like a thicker rubber band, so I still have to wear 24/7. And I do still have to wear these kangaroo ones as triangles on my right side at night, just to keep that side correct. But it's going to be another 6 weeks until my next appointment in late May, which will be 1 full year with braces. And everything looks pretty good. Just these teeth need to line up, and my midlines are not lined up. Yeah. See you next time. I have another cleaning today, so I just went to my orthodontist and got my wires taken out. So this is what my teeth look like right now without the wires. My cleaning is in about 2 hours. This side is still looks pretty messed up. This side still looks pretty good. Can't wait to get my teeth cleaned. And then I have an appointment with my orthodontist after my cleaning to see what else they can do about this. Maybe I'll get new wires, maybe a different rubber band formation. We shall see later today. So I just got out of my dentist appointment, and apparently I have my first cavity. He said it was on my right canine, and then the tooth next to it has the possibility of forming another cavity. So that sucks. I've never had a cavity before, so they want to schedule me for a filling sometime late next month. And they said my copay is going to be around $80, $79.20 I think. But yeah, that sucks, man. I've never had a cavity before. Well, they said other than that, my teeth look okay. I can't see anything wrong with the teeth. So, I don't know. I haven't felt anything at all. But yeah, I have like another hour and a half until I get my wires put back on and have my orthodontist adjustment. So, sad news of the day. I have a cavity. Sucks. Okay, so I just got out of my orthodontist appointment. I also set up my appointment to take out my wires when I get my filling done in early July. He said my right side's pretty much done. The only thing we really need to take care of is my midline. And then my bottom teeth are still kind of crooked, but they want to take care of the midline first. Pretty much what they did, they made some bends in the upper wire because he likes where the midline is on the upper teeth. So he made some bends. I don't know really what that means. It stabilized the top, and then it'll give the bottom a chance to move. And hopefully that gets done soon. Okay. Hello, I'm back for another braces update. I still have the same rubber band formation. He said it's moved, but there's still about 1 millimeter to go before my midlines are good. You can see they're still not completely aligned. So I just have to wear this. They said it takes about a month for your teeth to move about 1 millimeter. So, and my next appointment is in 6 weeks, so it'll probably overcorrect a little. And once it like goes past that point, I can start wearing it just at night. But yeah, other than that, there's really no update. Just waiting to get my midline straightened, and then we can get my bottom teeth straighter, I guess. And then hopefully my bite will just be corrected at the same time. Yeah, really not much of an update. Same rubber band formation, correcting my midline. Yeah, see you next time. I just got my wires taken out. Today's the day that I get my filling for my cavity, which I think is on this teeth. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll come back to get my wires put back on. Okay, I just got out of my filling. This side of my mouth, or this whole area of my face, is still super numb, but it's done. You can't really see anything. I guess it's mostly in the back of the mouth. But yeah, not too bad. What they did was like rub something to numb the area, and then they injected me with the local anesthetic, which made this whole area numb. And then they had me sit there for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then they started, I guess, removing whatever was diseased or had a bunch of bacteria, and then they filled it with something, and it costs almost $80. I think it was $79.20 for 2 fillings, one on this tooth, canine, and one on the next tooth. But yeah, next time I'll see the dentist is in my November cleaning. I'm gonna go back to my orthodontist in about 30 minutes to put my wires back on, I think. So I just got out of my orthodontist appointment. He said my midline looks pretty good. I've been wearing this rubber band for the past several months, and he said my midline's pretty much good, so I only have to wear this rubber band at night now. He just put it on just so I know what it looks like, and then he said to wear this rubber band again to try to close this gap that formed because I've been wearing this rubber band. So yeah, basically I just have to wear these 2 rubber bands at night to keep my midline center and to close this gap. And then the next step, I believe in about a month, I'm gonna get a thicker wire on the bottom just to like even the bite out. And yeah, this is what my teeth look like. This side looks good. This side still needs some work, hence the rubber bands. Alright, see you next time. Hello, I just got out of another orthodontist appointment. Today they gave me a new wire for the bottom because it's still kind of crooked. He said my midline looks good. I just need to continue to wear the diagonal rubber band on the left and then triangle on the right to continue to keep that bite closed. But yeah, he just said I need a couple more wires on the bottom. I don't know if that includes this new one he put in today. But yeah, it's definitely a lot tighter on the bottom. The top, nothing has really changed at all. I no longer have to wear the midline shifting rubber band at the front, so that's cool. Yeah, other than that, 18 months is in November, so hopefully I'm on track to get these off in November. Cool beans. Bye. Hello, I'm back in my car. Just got out of my orthodontist appointment. I got a new wire at the bottom. He said I only have to wear my rubber bands at night. It's still the diagonal and triangle on this side. But yeah, all I gotta do is get my bottom teeth straightened out. And then I think I'm done. Here are what my teeth look like. Hopefully when the bottom gets straightened out, these gaps will close up. But yeah, looking good. They said I'm almost done. Hello, I'm back for another braces update. Here's what my teeth look like right now. They gave me a new wire on the bottom just to make sure my bottom teeth get super straight. And they changed the rubber band formation. Last time I was using a diagonal rubber band on my left. They changed it back to the triangle so I can close this bite. And then I'm keeping the triangle on at night on this side. But it's two different types of rubber bands, so hopefully I don't get confused. On the left is a picture of a ram. On the right, it's still the Impalas. But they said I'm pretty close to being done. Just gotta close this side. Hopefully get my bottom teeth straight, and then I think my midline is off again. So it's probably be a couple more appointments. So yeah. Here's what they look like. Hopefully I'm almost done. Hello, I am back with another braces appointment. It has been 21 months with the braces pretty much. And they said I'm pretty much done. My next appointment in a month will be the removal of my braces. I told them the only thing that I was, I guess, concerned about was that this gap may never close, possibly because of the baby tooth. And he said naturally your teeth kind of just settle down, so maybe it'll close after I get the braces off. And they gave me this chain to make sure my teeth stay in place. I usually don't get colors, but they said clear usually stains, and the lady had lavender chains on herself and said they were really light and not too noticeable, so I got those. Got the lavender color. My next appointment is the end of March, which will be 22 months with the braces, and then they said I'd be able to get the retainer the same day. Yeah, this is what my teeth look like. Kind of scared and kind of excited to get them off because I know they just like force them off. Hopefully my baby tooth stays in place when they take them off. And yeah, liking the results so far. I'm back at home, but I just wanted to mention I still have to wear the triangles at night, and it's definitely tighter at the top, and then I think the middle four have rubber bands. I don't know if you can see them very well, but yeah. Excited. One thing I also forgot to mention, when they take off my braces, they're gonna level off the edges so everything's even. You can see the tops of these teeth and the bottom are kind of bumpy and not even, so they're gonna even that out so everything looks nice and pretty when I get my braces off. So I'm excited for that. Also wonder how they're gonna do it. Yeah, this is all gonna be straightened out in about a month. As far as how the quarantine has gone so far for me, I still have my braces. My original date to take them off was March 31, but of course that was during the quarantine, so they pushed it out to I think late April. And they pushed it out again to late May, so it'll be 2 years with braces. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep wearing my rubber bands. I was just supposed to wear them at night until I got them off in late March, but I don't know if I like wear them past that, will it be like overcorrected? I don't know. So I just wear them every once in a while. But this is what my teeth look like. Ready to get them off. There's still these like gaps on this side, which I don't think I'll ever like really fix. So this side looked good. Hello, I'm back with hopefully a final update of me wearing my actual braces. It is May 27th, and it is just about 2 years with braces. I think I got them on May 31st. of 2018. And here's what my teeth look like. I am ready to get them off. The last appointment I had was in February, so it's been 3 months. Hopefully there's been no negative progress since then. So here's what my teeth look like. The last time I was at the orthodontist, they said I would get them off, so they put me in these power chains, these lavender power chains, and said that they would be leveling off my teeth so everything's even. See how this teeth is lower than this teeth, so they're going to be evening everything off. And the tops of my bottom teeth are kind of bumpy. So that'll get evened out hopefully today. And he said I'd get my retainers the same day. I don't know if that means my removable retainers or just the permanent retainers that go behind the teeth. So we'll see what happens. My appointment is in 30 minutes. I'm just ready to get these off. Hopefully there aren't any like stain marks once they take the brackets off and this baby tape holds on when they pull that bracket off. Yeah. See how it goes. Here's the final result. No more braces. It is a little after 11 a.m. My appointment was at 9:30. They let me in a little bit early. And so it took like an hour and a half to get everything done. Here's my teeth. It looks good from this side. It looks okay from this side, but yeah, as you can see, they shade down the middle four on the top and bottom, so they're all even now. No more bumps. They gave me a permanent retainer on the bottom. You can see it. It's bonded to the middle 6 teeth. And then they told me how to floss. Basically, regular floss on top and then floss threaded through the middle. 5 little spaces. I'm gonna get my Essix retainer in a week. So they just like scan my whole mouth. Okay, so basically the whole process was first she put the permanent retainer on the bottom of my teeth. She like wrapped it around. My braces were still on. She tightened it to the middle 6 teeth and then put the adhesive and everything. And then that took a little while. They had to make sure my bottom teeth were super dry. I had to keep my tongue away. She stuffed my gums with like some sort of fabric or cotton. And then she put the air sucker in my mouth and it was just super dry. My tongue was super dry. My lips were very dry. She asked me if I wanted lip balm afterwards. I was like, no, it's okay. I'll do it when I get home. But yeah, it took a while because there's, I think, yeah, it's attached to 6 teeth. They had to let that dry. They used a little blue light to get the adhesive to dry and get hard. And then after that, they just pulled my braces off. And it was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Like during my braces, they had to move the middle brackets during the process. So what he had me do was bite down on some, like a foam thing really hard so he could pull those brackets off. But the girl just was like, all right, it's time to take your braces off. And then she was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they all came off really easily, except for the top right. It took her a couple tries. And I didn't have to bite down on anything. And it was just like, oh snap, it's over. Okay. It took like a minute or 2 minutes. And then the thing that took the longest was removing the glue or adhesive residue from my teeth. That probably took like 20 minutes. She was very thorough. Made sure my teeth were nice and shiny and smooth after she removed the glue. She polished it and I rinsed it out. After that, we did the filing of my teeth, which the actual orthodontist did, not the dental assistant or orthodontist assistant. So he came in and shaved my middle 4 top and bottom teeth, so they're nice and smooth. And then after that, I got x-rays done. She took pictures of my teeth. And I asked her, I was like, do I get copies of these pictures? And she's like, oh, we don't normally do it, but you can take pictures of them with your phone. So I was like, oh, okay. I just took a picture of like kind of the collage of everything at the end. We did the scans for my retainer, which will be just for the top teeth since the bottom have the permanent retainer. I have my appointment next week to get that fitted. And then I think she said every 6 months for a year or two, I'll come in just to have a retainer check to make sure everything's still in place. And that was it. I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm glad there's no like stains from the brackets. So these white spots have always been on my teeth, so it's not a problem. Oh, my baby teeth, the dental or the lady who was doing everything, it's like, oh, there's a little bit of gum recession. You can see part of the roots, so just be gentle there when you floss. When you brush. And the orthodontist was like, yeah, we're going to try to keep that there forever, but if it somehow comes out, we'll just have to deal with it with your dentist. And he said it was super easy, but we'll see. Hopefully it stays there forever. We shall see. But yeah, here are the results. Open, close. Hello, I'm back with another post-braces update. It's been a little over a week since I got my braces off. I've had no issues. I've gotten used to the permanent retainer on the back, and today I got my removable Essix container for my upper teeth, and I'm going to show that to you. It comes in this green container, so it's easy to spot because the actual retainer is clear, so I got to make sure I keep it in the container. Here it is. If it's really snug on the teeth. I only had it on for a couple seconds when I was actually at the orthodontist office because she wanted to make sure I was able to take it off. She just checked that it was snug on my teeth. And something they also did was give me a mold of what my final teeth look like. So here it is. You can see my baby tooth right here. And then the rest looks like that. This back tooth is kind of slanted, but I guess it doesn't really make a difference. You can't really see it too much. But yeah, these are my teeth. Here's what the retainer looks like on the moldings of my teeth. Everything fits very snug and tight. And to take it off, you just pull on the edges here. This side, and then in the middle to pull them out. It's not too hard. And as far as cleaning goes, they said to use hydrogen peroxide and brush it with a toothbrush. They said to possibly invest in a denture brush, which I don't know what that looks like, but I will go to Target and see what that looks like. She said it's in the dental aisle of a store. But yeah. To wear this every night for, I guess, the rest of my life. Hopefully it stays this way and my teeth stay this way. My next appointment is in 6 months to make sure everything's still stable and in place, I guess. Hello, I just took a shower and brushed my teeth, flossed, and put my retainer on. And the lisp is real. Here's what it looks like with it on. Nice and tight. It's not really uncomfortable. The plastic is like touching my tongue though. Definitely gonna have a lisp whenever I wear this. But it's not too noticeable from far away. Hopefully I get used to it pretty fast and can sleep well tonight. Hello, quick update on my teeth. They still look pretty good. The only issue is I have this canker sore. You can see that little thing pointing out of my gums or my lip. I didn't have any canker sores when I got my braces, but once I get them off, this one has been here since I got them off, or for the last several days. I don't know if it's because it's used to me having my braces there, or it's just still adjusting to me having my retainer on at night, but it's annoying. And painful. But hopefully it goes away soon. But my teeth still look good 2 weeks after getting my braces off. And as far as useful items, when you have your braces, definitely floss threaders. That way you can go in between the brackets and pull the floss through, or super floss, I think, is one where the floss has a thicker end, so you can put it through your braces and your teeth. I recommend a water pick or a water flosser. One of the other reasons I went with the orthodontist I went to was because they gave you a free water pick if you ended up getting braces with them, so that was another plus. Another thing are interdental brushes, which is the little brushes that you could brush between the brackets with to make sure everything's clean. And then, of course, floss. Floss is very important. I did get one cavity during my braces process because I got lazy on flossing, so definitely make sure you floss at least every other day. Recommended every day. In the first few months of my braces, I was very diligent and did floss every day, but towards the middle, I got kind of lazy and did it maybe once or twice a week at the most. And then when I got the cavity, I went back to at least every other day. And by the end of my braces process, it was good dental hygiene. And as far as the retainers go, I have my permanent retainer on the bottom. I have the Essix retainer that I wear at night on the top. I still have to use a floss threader to go between my permanent retainer at the bottom, but at least this time it's just these 5 spaces in between the bottom 6 teeth, the bottom middle 6 teeth. But for the rest of the teeth, it's just super easy, regular flossing, so fast, it's amazing. I do floss every day because of the permanent retainer at the bottom. Yeah, I do clean my retainer every day with some, what is it called? Hydrogen peroxide, that's what I was thinking of. I'll show you a video of what everything looks like that I recommend right now. Here are all the things I recommend when you get braces. Specifically these interdental brushes. They gave me a bunch every time I asked for them when I was at my orthodontist. They have different sizes. There's not a lot of space in between my teeth, so I like the really thin ones, but I do have thicker ones. Definitely floss threaders to get in between the brackets. I like this kind of floss because it's really thin. They did give me wax when I first got the braces, but I never used it. I guess if you get canker sores from the brackets, you just take a piece and put it over the brackets so it'll be less irritating on your mouth. I recommend at least battery powered toothbrush. I haven't used a regular toothbrush in a while. The best thing, it's kind of dirty, is the water pick or water flosser. This is a lifesaver of the braces because you do get a lot of food stuck in your teeth, especially spinach that really gets stuck there. And here's my container for my retainer. And like I said, every day I rinse it and brush it with some hydrogen peroxide and water just to make sure it's clean. And they said every once in a while wipe down your container with some like Clorox wipes or something, just to make sure there's no bacteria growing in there. But yeah. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you. I know it's very long. I'll try to put timestamps in the description box so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to watch, whether it's about the consultations, my braces updates, getting the braces on, getting the braces off, the retainers, etc. See you in my next video. Bye.